Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Bazzle Spot Live. We are just going to jump straight back into some more games on the showdown on the Bazzle Spot ladder, you know what it's called, and continue with this team that I used in Bristol, which did work out for us very well on Monday, but we have a Spanish opponent straight away with another Rayquaza. Okay, so if you saw Monday's video, thank you, but also you might remember me saying that this team, like the worst thing for this team to come against is Mega Rayquaza, especially with an Assault Vest. And Rayquaza Kyogre teams are a big pain for this as well too. So this is not looking good on team preview already, but we'll try and do something. We will try and do something. So even though he's got the terrain, I can still spore that whole left-hand side. And I can hit the whole right-hand side for super effective damage. So Breloom does look very good in this match. Because old Breloom, you know, if you watched me back in 2013 and 2015, then, actually I wasn't even doing YouTube in 2013, was I? But, but if you're around then, and remember my Breloom, then pat yourself on the back. But, what are we going to do here? I think we'll go... I think we'll go Kangaskhan, Breloom. I think we will have Tapu Lele here, and I think we'll go Groudon as well. But again, the Rayquaza is an issue, and again, it seems like, okay, we're not bringing Lunala, which we didn't do in the first game on Monday. We don't always need it. I'm opting for terrain control, terrain options with Lele here as well, just to try and support the Breloom a bit more. But the fine power of Lunala is good for Rayquaza, which is just there. Okay, so we see pressure and airlock. So Zapdos is faster than Rayquaza, so either that's a pretty slow Rayquaza or that is a timid Zapdos. A very fast Zapdos. So I'm just going to Mega Evolve and fake something out. And Spore the other one, I think. I'm going to go for a fake out into the Rayquaza and just Spore into the Zapdos. If you switch the Zapdos into Finny and, you know, then okay, he's got the terrain, but I'm threatening with a Grass attack. If he gets Tailwind up here, then okay, he can't knock either of my Pokemon out, unless he's banded with one hit with his Rayquaza. And the Zapdos will have a guaranteed sleep turn next turn, if he Tailwinds. Well, I mean, either way, he will have a guaranteed sleep turn next turn, but we'll see if he does any damage here, or if he just Tailwinds. So he does Tailwind, so that Rayquaza did move before the Zapdos then. So, look at this, I'm paying attention to move order. So we know that Rayquaza is faster now, and so maybe that is just a timid Zapdos, and a fast Rayquaza as usual. But what's wrong with just Sporing here? Because we know Zapdos can't wake up. He has got Incineroar potentially in the back. One of them will be Kyogre, obviously, in the back. Maybe it is Incineroar. Yeah, I'm just going to double into this Rayquaza with an attack and with a Spore. And we'll see how much damage the Rayquaza does to Kangaskhan. I mean, I'm very happy taking the trade Rayquaza for Kangaskhan. But is it Incineroar coming in? Or is it Finny coming in? It is Finny. Okay, so Finny's going to take some damage. And I'm threatening with Bullet Seed potentially next turn if the Zapdos stays asleep. So that's his guaranteed turn there. But they have still got Tailwind. I could start Rock Tombing the Zapdos to bring it back down to neutral speed. That Tapu Fini is a pain though. So he has got 2 more turns of Tailwind left. You have to imagine he's going to try and double into the Breloom. But what does Zapdos usually carry actually that hits Breloom in this format? Not a whole lot, I don't think. So we'll just. I feel like I should be protecting Breloom here, but Zapdos does stay asleep. So worst case, we're taking an Icy Wind. Oh, he's reflecting. Okay. So 1 Bullet Seed will probably activate his Berry here, but that Zapdos is back down to neutral speed now, and it's taking some damage. Good old Rock Tomb, here it is. And after Tailwind, it will be slower than Breloom, so I can Spore it. So you can start to see now how this team is built. Speed control outside of Tailwind and Trick Room, and Spore things and hit things, which is generally how a lot of my teams in the past worked. But only 2 hits from Bullet Seed there, unfortunately. But now we can maybe protect on this last turn of his Tailwind, and I wonder if 2 hits from Bullet Seed will knock Fini out from where it is. It'll be very close. I don't think it will with a Reflect up. I'm just thinking, protect Breloom here, get damage on Zapdos here. Or do I get damage on Fini? No, I think I'm just going to get some damage on Zapdos and protect Breloom here. Keep Breloom's speed in case he does go for an Icy Wind here. But even if he does Icy Wind, Kangaskhan will be at -1. His Zapdos is at -2. So my Kangaskhan will still be faster than his Zapdos next turn. If it's still around. It might have a Gigavolt Havoc into Kangaskhan. But it stays asleep. And there's a Tailwind. Okay. So I think, I mean, the very tempting option is just to Bullet Seed the Fini and attack the Zapdos, isn't it? Just because if I get 3 hits, or 4 or 5, you know, anything but 2 hits, that Fini is gone. But do I Frustration the Zapdos? Or do I Rock Tomb it, thinking he might switch Rayquaza in? I'm not going to risk that 5%. I don't think he'll switch Rayquaza in. I'm just going to attack it and Bullet Seed the Fini here. It's very easy to... it's actually got Protect. It's very easy to overthink situations, and... Oh, it's actually a very fast Tapu Fini. Wow. So Tapu Fini aren't normally faster than Breloom, but that's got a lot of speed invested into it for it to be faster than Breloom here. But still, 3 hits and we're looking okay. Well, I'll say that. Oh, and we get 2 hits, of course. Okay. But my Kangaskhan's at -2 now, and his Zapdos is at -2 also. I'm max speed, base 100. He is possibly max speed, base 100. This is potentially a speed tie. But now do I Frustration or Rock Tomb? I think I just Frustration again. And Tapu Fini can't knock Breloom out here. So I'm going to low sweep the Fini. Low sweep will knock it out. And it'll cover a switch. But, yeah. We'll see how this speed time, maybe speed time, works out. Okay, Finny's gone. And hopefully Warring Zapdos will be gone now, but yeah, so we won a potential speed tie. So now it's Rayquaza and Kyogre, we can presume, in the back. How do we not lose this? Because we're in a good position. Like, we are still in a sticky spot because Groudon in the back, you know, isn't the best thing to have here while Rayquaza's still around. Oh, actually, he's already Mega Evolved, so we have got the Weather War. And I brought Lele as well, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I'll put some physical bulk in this Lele to take a Dragon Ascent from some Rayquaza, I think. But, I mean, he can just Water Spout and I can do whatever with his Rayquaza, can't he? And I've got Lele and Groudon in the back. I mean, this is still sticky. We can still easily, very easily lose this. I'm going to try and Rock Tomb the Rayquaza, and maybe I do swap Groudon in, just because if I get a Rock Tomb on this Rayquaza, I'm looking very good. He might not want Dragon Ascent drops. He might just Extreme Speed the Brillium here, or Earth Power it, or whatever. But if I can get this Rock Tomb on Rayquaza, I'm looking alright. Because then that puts it slower than Lele. And we can maybe try chip away with other attacks on that Kyogre. So it's Dragon Ascent. I really hope Kangaskhan survives this. Ah, it doesn't. This Kangaskhan is EV to take. Is it a Life Orb Dragon Ascent? It might be a Life Orb Dragon Ascent. But yeah, that didn't work out for us. That did not work out for us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Kangaskhan survives a Life Orb Dragon Ascent. And I was at like 70% or so, wasn't I? Like, I don't think I was in range of normal Dragon Ascent. Maybe that's banded Rayquaza then. If it is banded Rayquaza, then I think I've just lost. Like, literally just lost. I'm going to put Breloom in, though. Because if it is banded, is he going to be more inclined to attack the Groudon? This is, if it is banded. Okay, so I'm going to make the call in my head that is a banded Rayquaza, because I don't think a neutral Dragon Ascent would have knocked my Kangaskhan out there. So that's banded. Does he target the Groudon or the Breloom? Breloom obviously threatens the Kyogre more. Oh, this is tricky. I'm just going to hope that he Dragon Ascents the Groudon. But it makes more sense for him to Dragon Ascent the Brillium, doesn't it? Oh, okay. So, is Brillium faster than the Kyogre? It is. So there's my assumption that that's a banded Rayquaza gone. But we're not looking too bad now, because that Rayquaza has got a guaranteed sleep turn next turn. And I have still got a full health Lele. And we are still in the sun, obviously, which is massive. So I am going to Moonblast this Rayquaza. If it is Assault Vest, it's probably not going to knock it out. So I'm going to follow it up with an Eruption. Oh, will Eruption... I mean, Flamethrower does more. I'm going to Flamethrower it. I'm just going to be absolutely certain. I just want to be absolutely certain that this Rayquaza's gone. Lele moving first there. Interesting. Okay, Eruption would have got it. Groudon moving first. Okay. So all of my assumptions about speed tiers here have just gone completely out of the window. So that maybe was not a speed tie then with Kangaskhan and Zapdos. And yeah, fine, you're Ice Beaming my Groudon, but I've still got a Lele here. So a Psyshock, a Psychic, I haven't got Psyshock, the Kyogre. Like, it's very obvious that I protect Groudon here, but I still think it's the best move, just because if Groudon does go down, he can start water attacking. But I'm sure he'll Ice Beam the Lele here, just because you're losing, you're on the back foot. Yeah, you got to do something like that. But I'm thinking of maybe skill swapping my Groudon, just so that Lele keeps the Desolate Land. But I think Psychic Earth Power Psychic knocks out Kyogre anyway, so I don't need to really get fancy like that. Yeah, it definitely does. So, yeah, no need to get fancy. I mean, I'm assuming that there's enough turns of Psychic Terrain left. We'll find out after this turn. I do notice that my Your time is running out, so I'm not going to check the Psychic Terrain turns, but if the terrain works out now, I'll just Moonblast it. But no, I think this might be the last turn of Psychic Terrain, so it's probably going to try and double protect. Yeah, fails it. We get the Psychic off, and that is that. Right, okay. So, yeah, brilliant. Nice. It's it's gone very well with the team so far. And I hope you liked all of the funny little moves that I put on my Pokemon. So, I mean, we've used this in 3 games now over Monday and Wednesday today. Let's just go through what I've got. I'm going to look for one more game, but I've got a Kangaskhan with Rock Tomb and Helping Hand, 2 more unusual moves for Kangaskhan. Rock Tomb I really do like. I've got Brilliant with Low Sweep, which it has never really been seen to use before. Scarf Lunala with usual attacks for a Scarf Lunala. Skill Swap Lele, which is nice, in theory, for my Sun, for my terrain. Special Groudon. I have got Flamethrower on this Groudon, but I've been thinking about putting Rock Tomb on it, just for a bit of extra speed control. And Nihilego with, the I guess usual Nihilego with Clear Smog on it for Xerneas. So there are parts to this team that I think are pretty nifty, pretty cool. But hopefully we'll find another opponent, and hopefully my capture card still works. There we go. Another one from Spain. 75-10. With a Hitmontop. This is Wolf's 16 team, isn't it? But with a Togedemaru over whatever was in that slot. Raichu. Okay. So another Xerneas Kyogre, which I really don't like playing with this. He hasn't got any terrain control, actually, so Brilliant can just put things to sleep. And yeah, actually what I'm thinking is, I'm going to go with, this might seem weird, but I'm going to go with Brilliant and Lele. I think Lunala is very good in this match. And I think Groudon is good as well, even though, again, he's got Rayquaza and Kyogre. But we'll go like this because I have got the Adrenaline Orb on my Tapu Lele. If he leads with Hitmontop, he's going to activate it. If he doesn't, he still can't fake me out with anything. And I'll get a Spore into something. If he does lead with Togedemaru, well, if it's not max speed, I could actually skill swap it and get its Lightning Rod before it. It nuzzles any of my things. But we'll see what it leads. I mean, he might lead with Gengar and Kyogre, or Gengar and Rayquaza, or something nasty like that. Gengar Hitmontop. Okay, well, fantastic. Could not have asked for a better lead, thanks to my Adrenaline Orb. So, if you guys have watched me for a while, in 2018 you saw I used Adrenaline Orb Jinx, which was brilliant before Incineroar came out. But now he can't fake me out. My Lily is definitely faster than his Gengar. I can literally just Spore the Hitmontop and Psychic the Gengar. I don't have to predict anything here. He hasn't got any terrain in the back. He hasn't got any grass types in the back. Nothing can take a Spore here. And thanks to the Adrenaline Orb, I'm going to be faster than Rayquaza when that comes in as well. And I am going to be faster than Togedemaru if he's got that too, so I can skill swap that and get its Lightning Rod. So Adrenaline Orb Lily doing business here. Yeah. There was nothing that he could have done there. I mean, okay, he could have made some switches, but I would have still been getting a Spore in that slot. I would have still been hitting something with a Psychic in that slot. And now I can just Psychic the Hitmontop next turn. Because Brilliant's got a Sash, I can Spore whatever's on that right-hand slot next turn. Don't even have to think about this, really. And this is why I led like this. Ooh, it could be a Lumberry Bronzong. That might put a spanner in the works. It could be a Lumberry Bronzong, but I don't have anything to stop it. Like, okay, even if I know it's a Lumberry Bronzong, I haven't got Magic Room on this delay, so there's nothing that I can do to stop it Trick Rooming. I mean, if I had Magic Room, I'd be going for it now, but I don't. So we know that he hasn't got either Rayquaza or Kyogre in the back. He's only got one of them. My worry is it's a Lumberry and he's got Kyogre in the back, and he can potentially sweep through in Trick Room because he will have Skill Swap for his Rain. And there's no Lumberry, thankfully, but still, we're in the position where if he gets Trick Room up, like if he gets a first turn Wake, we're still looking pretty bad. So do I maybe bring Lunala in this turn? Or bring Groudon in this turn? Just because that would force him to skill swap next turn. It would bring the 50-50 mind game of does he skill swap or does he double into the Breloom? Because I'll be forcing the Sash there. So I will just try and Spore the Kyogre. I'm sure it will try and protect. And bring in Groudon here, because if he protects, wakes up first turn and Trick Rooms, then we've got the mind game of does he double into my Breloom with a Gyro Ball and an Ice Beam to stop something going to sleep, or does he skill swap and Water Spout, but then something will be going to sleep. So bringing this Groudon in here means that he's forced to act on it if he wakes up. Okay, so he doesn't protect with Kyogre, so at least that's going to sleep. So at least if he does Trick Room, we've got another 1 in 3 chance of okay, yeah. Well, a 2 in 3 chance of being okay, 1 in 3 chance of not being okay. But now, I think we're okay. Now we can just Bullet Seed the Kyogre, and I'm just going to Erupt. Maybe I could Heat Proof. Maybe I can Erupt and Low Swoop into the Bronzong in case it is Heat Proof. But I mean, getting enough damage on the Kyogre. I mean, that I would have knocked the Kyogre out there if it didn't wake up first turn and protect. So Yeah, another couple of brilliant games. I mean, brilliant games. Maybe not like the most wildly competitive, but like brilliant in the sense of I'm showing this team off in all the funky little things that I put on it that were intended to do this sort of stuff. So hope you've enjoyed it. Again, like I was saying on Monday, since I started uploading again, I've lost a lot of subscribers. So please come back to me. Please subscribe again. And please help me out, share my videos if you've liked it, and all the rest of it too. So I'll be back on Friday, capture card pending, with another episode of Bazzle Spot with the team. So I will see you then, and goodbye for now.